Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together.
What is up, guys? Today, I want to talk evictions, right? If you deal with off-market properties, one way to help out your buyers is to handle the eviction. They don't always like to do it, especially if they're flippers. If they're landlords, they might have a better system. And so I'm going to talk to you guys how I handle evictions here. We try to handle them a little bit differently. Empathy, and with that, I think it brings out some efficiency here, right? I think evictions since COVID in most states are some of the hardest things we'll do in real estate. It's getting someone who lives in their home out of their house and working with the government to make it happen. They can be slow, emotional, and expensive in today's world. After COVID, they've grown exponentially for us, and I think in most markets. What used to take 2 to 4 weeks can take 2 to 4 months. I'm on one that's right about 4 months. The guy knows how to play the system. It's costing landlords tens of thousands of dollars, and it creates a lot of stress for everyone involved, from the property manager to the owners to the other tenants if it's a multi-unit apartment building. What we've kind of learned, and through everything that's going on, I think there's an opportunity. We try to approach evictions with a little bit of creativity, maybe a little bit of empathy as well, instead of just a legal process. We can protect our investments, preserve our reputation, and help people transition with dignity. We just went through one of these, and I'm going to walk you through what we did here. And a lot of times it'll save you months in rent doing it this way. And so our process is cash for keys, right? We've all heard it, I'm sure, if you're in real estate. And all it is giving them cash in exchange for moving out fast. Keeps the eviction at bay, and a lot of times they're willing to do that. But sometimes they're not. Sometimes they think the situation's going to get better and they have a good intent. It just doesn't. So if they agree to cash for keys and they're out within a couple days, we have agreed upon a date, they follow that, we just move forward. We're good. Hey, we'll give you a little bit of cash, get out, or you can negotiate anything. I've got people to leave without paying us. I've got people to pay us to not file an eviction. You just negotiate, right? And so you can even negotiate past rent, all of those things. Say, hey, we'll wipe the deck clean, or we'll set up a payment plan. We have a lot of power with that. And then what happens if they don't follow that? We go in and file the eviction, but we still try to keep in touch with them and get in a resolution, because the eviction could take 2 to 3 weeks to the courts hear them. And up until that 3 weeks of eviction, we're trying to negotiate something here to get them out. And even when we get to the eviction, our attorney is going to kind of work with them. Because if we can get an agreed judgment, per se, where they pay us X amount of dollars and leave, the set out happens a lot faster. And it's a seamless process, and we don't have to wait and see what a judge is going to say. Sometimes these judges feel bad. They deal with a lot of bad landlords, and they want to help out some of these tenants if it's a questionable scenario. So we are able to create payment plans through our attorney, so the negotiation never stops unless it absolutely has to. So start with empathy. Assume most tenants don't want to be evicted. Very rarely. Offer a win-win, give them cash, forgiveness, or flexible timing. And then you can escalate to within your company. So you can have your property manager out, another team member, and then the owner or manager. And what it does, creates levels of separation, which gives each individual that's calls after the initial call a little bit more power, a little bit more say, and maybe will help. Even once the eviction's filed, we still communicate saying, hey, we'll drop the eviction if you can get out. We use the attorney as a partner, not just a hammer. We're not trying to just beat the tenant into submission here. We want to create a win-win situation and get them out as fast as possible. Protect their asset. If we can collect money in the meantime, great. If we can collect money on the back end, great. But we found what actually kills it is waiting till the bailiff sets them out. It just causes a lot of stress. There's damage done when it gets that far. If we can get them out before all of that, protects our asset, gets us more money in the pocket in the long run. What we found is a lot of people will willingly leave knowing that they can avoid the eviction and the humility of that. They can avoid the legal fees, and often helps them stabilize their life. They just ran out of a tough situation and they can't get back up. But the next place, they're able to restart, they have a fresh start, and that can help. It keeps our reputation strong as a property manager, and it produces income for our properties, right? Because we're getting them turned faster. When you're combining logic and empathy, it really goes a long way. Most tenants I found when they get in a tough situation, they want a way out. They don't want to just fight. And when you can offer them the solution, instead of ultimatums, they'll respond faster and more positively. What we found is when you're human first, creative solutions really help people in these situations. The economy's been tough to a lot of people the last 2 or 3 years. Every tough situation is an opportunity to build goodwill and speed up results. We always start cash for keys before filing, or just keys in general to avoid paying rent. If you can train your property managers on this, communication's clear and compassionate, and you can partner with a good attorney who's good at negotiating as well and not always going through with the eviction, and you document every step of the way, protect yourself legally, it's helped us become more people focused. And the end result is people are happier. We just went through one. We got a text then. Thank you for being kind-hearted. Sorry I wasn't able to make my payment plan as I said I would. I appreciate you working with me, and I understand why you guys had to do what you did. We avoided the set out. It got down to the day of the set out, but she left. We set up a payment plan. We'll get paid over time. But that tenant felt like we cared. And we do. We don't want to see it set out. She had 3 grandkids living with her. I can only imagine what that would have done to those kids. I found evictions are rarely fun, but if handled right, they can strengthen your business and your reputation. That's exactly what I've done, dealing with these. And I hope you guys got some takeaways here and realize being compassionate can go a long way. Hope it works out for you guys. Let me know if it does. Give me a follow on Instagram, realestatemike02. Thanks, and have a good day.
Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.